Hi, welcome back. This is section 3 of chapter 13. This section, we are going to be focused in on filing the quarterly federal income tax return. This is just our reporting to the federal government of all our taxes. So let's go to the work together. This is the form 941, and we're going to have all our data given to you before. So January, February, March. So this is going to be the first quarter return. Here shows you their total earnings. Federal income tax withheld. So this is coming out of the employee's paycheck. Employee Social Security tax withheld. And remember, the employer will pay the same amount. So it's double, basically, it's how much is going for Social Security tax. And double this would be how much will be going to need to be reported for Medicare tax. Because both of these are paid by both employee and employer. The employee is the only one that pays the income tax, though. So this one is always single. These other two are doubled. Let's go ahead and fill out the information. So we're going to be preparing the 941 for concept design for the first quarter of the current year. The company address is 12043 Washington Street, Naperville, Illinois. Zip code is 60540-4158. Concept Design's employer identification number is 7084-18625. And the company has 8 employees. This is all information that we'll be needing to fill out our taxes, plus the information above in the chart. And so if it does not tell us we have that certain thing, then we are going to say that we do not. So there will be parts of this that are going to be 0 because we're doing a very basic one because we're at the beginning of we're in accounting 1. These do get more complicated the farther into them. But just realize for accounting 1, we're going to stick with a pretty basic one. So let's go ahead and fill out the employer identification number. It was listed up here. And so 70 8418 625. And this is your company's name. And since we were not told that it was not a trade name, we're going to assume, since we were not told this was anything besides just a company name, it would tell us if this was a trade name. So, and then this is going to go for quarter 1 because that was January, February, March. You'll be filling out quarter 2s for the same company. And the address was 12043 Washington Street. And there was no suite or room number, so we're assuming that's all the same. And the city, that's Naperville. State was Illinois, IL. Zip code was 60540. And the dash was 4158. And so one nice thing when you're filling out any government form, it will tell you straight out what you need to do in the words. So read the words and see what it's asking for. Number of employees. So it told us we had 8. Wages, tips, and other compensation. So we need to go up here to the total. That's your earnings. So we're going to add these 3 numbers together. And that total is $35,640. Oops, and 0 cents. Income tax withheld from wages, tips, and other compensation. Go up here, total the income tax withheld. And that's going to give you $2,144. Social Security taxes and wages. That's going to be that $35,640 unless we are told otherwise. We're going to multiply it times 12.5 0.4%. And that gives us $4,419.36. You can double check this number by totaling this amount and doubling it. We did not have any Social Security tips, so that was 0. Zeros don't actually stay, so you don't have to type the 0. The 0 is understood if you leave it blank. And the taxable wages for Medicare is $5,640. And the reason we put those numbers there, and there may be some that it's exempt from, is there is a cap of the amount that you have to pay for certain ones. And so they have the totals and we need to keep track. And because you can pay it at the tax base, you're going to pay a maximum of a certain amount on your Social Security tax each calendar year. Medicare is always going to be the same amount. So these two numbers may not match at a certain point. Not, again, a situation you're going to run into at this level of accounting questions. So right now we're going to be filling out these numbers. And so so that fills out the total. When we multiply the 35,000 times 640 times the 0.029, you get $1,033.56. Again, double check spot, total these numbers up, and times 2. It should equal. Column 5D says to add column 2 these 3 numbers. When we add those 3 numbers, we come up with 54.52 and 92 cents. So this is how much we had to pay for Social Security wages, our Social Security tax, and Medicare taxes. So that's not the only thing that's going to go to the government. We are also going to be taking and sending them anything that the employee has pulled out of their paycheck for their income tax. And so the number of qualifying employees paid exempt wages. And so we don't have any of that. We're not told about any of those. So 6 A through D is going to be left blank. 6E, total taxes before adjustments. Line 3 and line 5D added, minus 6D. And so 6D was left blank because we didn't have anything. So you're just adding line 3 plus line 5D. 7596.92. Okay. Again, we're not told about any adjustments, so the 7s are going to be left blank. 8. We're going to total that amount after adjustments. So we're going to combine. We are going to see this number, $7,596.92, show up a ton of places. If you want to copy and paste this number so you're not having to rewrite it each time, do so, because you're going to write that a ton through this point. Advanced earning income payments made to employees, we didn't have any. And if we did, we would subtract it. So since we're subtracting 0, we're going to write that number again, 7596.92. Any deposits, including prior quarters overpayments. So like if you had overpaid last month, you would need to take and put it in here. And that's not going to affect us. 7596.92. The next one is about COBRA, which is the unemployment. Like if you have someone that loses a job, you can do COBRA, which will extend your insurance for longer. And so that's a premium assistance payments. We do not have anybody that qualifies for that, so because we are not told about it, so that's a 0. And since we don't have anybody that's COBRA, then we don't have to worry about all the rest of the 12s. And we have exempt for qualified employees, and we don't have any of that. Line 13 is add 11, 12A, and 12E. And so again, we're going to repeat that number, 7596.92. 14, any balance due if line 12 is more than 13. So let's look at line 12. At line 10 is more than line 13, sorry. So do we have any difference of numbers? No. So 14 and 15, there is no difference. So we have it blank. Let's go on to the back page, which is just the next page of it when you're doing a form. So select the states in which you made your deposits, or if you have multiple states, hit type MU. Well, we were in the state of Illinois. So you would do MU. Let's say if you have a store in Texas and New Mexico, you would do MU. If line 10 is less than 2,500, or the preceding quarter was less than 2,500 and did not incur any next day deposits, that you would do this first check, which is not us. We're going to go on to the second one. Now it gets to be another good point to double check. We know this total must be the same as line 10. So I'm going to go ahead and put the total down here. That same number, 7596.92. Accounting, remember, we're doing a lot of checks and double checks because numbers are easy to mess up. So this is one of those checks and double checks point. Let me unpin this and drag it down to where it makes it easy because we need this chart. To help fill this next video. Okay, so now that we have it to where we can see it, we're going to be dealing with the month 1, 2, and 3's numbers. To do these numbers, you will take and add 1 of your income tax 2 times your Social Security tax and 2 times your medical tax withheld. So 1 plus double this plus double this. When you do that for this first month, you should come up with $2,478.92. Oops, let me see. Okay, I just thought I had a number incorrect there. So go ahead and fill in your numbers for the next 2 months. And you should have had, again, you're going to single this and double the next 2 columns. And so what I usually do is add these 2 numbers times 2 and then add the 7,918. So for month 2, you should have had $2,538.70. 25.79.30. And so when we add those numbers together, $79.30, you end up with $7,596.92. Again, just to double check, add those numbers together. And we're going to go ahead and save and grade. And I believe this one doesn't show me that what I've done right on this yet. No, I have to go through and grade it through the other side. Let me get that submitted for you so you can see. So we can see if we made any mistakes of, oh. Oops, I messed up on something. Let me look and see what I left off. So y'all don't make the same mistake. Oh, it would help if I could type. Is Concept Designs. And some reason it's counting that first number wrong. It should be, oh, I forgot the 92 cents. So let me know if you have any questions.